Welcome, everyone. My name is Doug Stampley, and I am the client care specialist here at Healing Families. And I have a very special guest today, Beth Fischer. Hello, Beth.
Hey Doug, hello, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing today?
I am doing fantastic because we are here talking about the launch of my first book called On the Other Side of Pain, Healing After Betrayal.
I am so excited because we have had so much interest. People are constantly asking you, Beth, when are you going to put out a book? When are you going to put out a book? When are you going to put out? Well, wait no longer. Well, I guess maybe
Yep.
just a little bit longer. January 14th is the release date for the Kindle version of your book. But what's even
Mhm.
better is that people don't have to wait till January 14th to start healing now.
That's
So
right.
we're going to share just a little behind the scenes book, and then we're going to come back to that and tell you how you can actually start your healing journey now for $9.99, people.
That's right.
So, I mean, it does feel like it's almost a too good to be true kind of thing, but this is just Beth being Beth and giving people opportunities to heal right away. So we'll come back to that in a minute, Beth. But first of all, we have been talking about different parts of the book.
Mhm.
And part one of the book was all about laying that foundation and really truly understanding what betrayal trauma is, because there's so much misinformation. A lot of people just don't even know what it is, including professionals in the marriage counseling and therapy world and everything, because it is such a specialized area in this field, correct?
That's absolutely correct. It is. We come up against this all the time. Most couples that come to us have seen four marriage counselors already. And I know you know that because you take
Yeah.
these calls every day. And that should tell people something, right? Therapy, marriage counseling, couples therapy, it doesn't address what needs to be addressed. And I always tell people, you didn't fail therapy. Therapy failed you.
Mm,
And that to a lot of people, that's kind of like one of those light bulb moments,
yeah.
because we can feel that way. I know my husband and I went to a few different marriage counselors, and you just feel like you're broken. Like, oh my God, we're so bad that this professional can't help us, right? And
Right.
there's a
Yep.
lot of self blame, like I failed therapy. And it's
Hmm.
like, no, you didn't. Your therapy failed you because it was not trauma informed.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. And so that was part one of the book, is just laying that
Mhm.
foundation and helping everybody truly understanding what they're dealing with and why they're feeling the way they're feeling.
Yeah,
So then part two of the book, and that's kind of where we're at now. Part two is all about putting the right processes in place for true healing. There's
mhm.
four chapters in that section. We just talked about chapter seven, which was amazing because chapter seven is all about your betrayal trauma healing method, which is basically, five components of everything that you wish you would have knew when you were dealing with this at first, correct?
That's absolutely correct. I had to create my own method to help people get through this, and that's the betrayal trauma healing method.
Right. And so that leads
Mhm.
us to what we're talking about in this segment, which is
Mhm.
chapter eight, betrayal trauma and its effect on your mind and body. So,
That's right.
what is most important for us to understand in terms of betrayal trauma and that effect, not just on the mind, because a lot of people think it's just a talk therapy kind of thing that's needed, but a lot of people have no understanding about the fact that that trauma is stored in the body and how the mind and body need to be approached in terms of the healing process.
That's right. So, chapter 8 is all about, and let me start with the mind first, right? In the previous section of the book that we've already done some videos on, and people can do a little search and find those, but we talked about how once you discover a betrayal, your whole world is upside down. Your past has changed, and that's very unique in the betrayal world. When we think about trauma, right? We can think about what are some traumatic events that can happen to us as adults, right? And you know, like death, an unexpected death of a loved one
Mhm.
is
Yep.
usually one of the top traumatic events that an adult can experience. With betrayal, your past changes. When you have the death of a loved one, the past doesn't change.
Hmm.
You can still look at pictures, you can watch videos. I know it's painful and I don't like to talk about death, but even with the death of a loved one, the past is intact.
Hmm.
Every picture you look at is real, and you can those people that are experiencing that can hang on to that memory.
Right.
When we're talking about betrayal, the past changes. Who you thought you were married to is gone. It's like, wait a minute, you were doing what? I thought you were here, you were there. I thought we were this, you were that. Everything just becomes very, very dark
Mhm.
because we don't know what the truth was.
Right.
So the past changes in the blink of an eye, and the future is completely unknown. We have no idea. It's identity. Can I stay? Should I go? What should I do? So betrayal trauma affects the mind because it just creates complete confusion. The
Hmm.
past is confusing, the present is confusing, and the future is confusing. And there's not a lot of support out there that's helping betrayed partners really understand that that's real. So
Hmm.
betrayal trauma affects the brain, the mind, because everything has now changed, literally in a split second. So that's what I talk about a lot in chapter 8, but then also the physical, the body. When we are, as human beings, we're not designed to live in a high stress state. It's just not what we're supposed to do. In fact, you hear it all the time, with doctors. It's like, how much stress is in your life? We have to
Hmm.
de-stress. Why? Because when we live in a high stress state, we will end up with chronic health problems.
Hmm.
And so betrayal trauma keeps us in a high stress state on purpose because everything is dangerous, because I don't know my past anymore. I don't know who I'm married to. I don't know who I am anymore.
Hmm.
Identity shifts. So that by itself keeps our body in a high stress state. And then most betrayed partners will end up with some sort of chronic health problem. So, chapter 8 is all about understanding how betrayal trauma affects our mind and our body. Because if we can understand how that all happens, now we can create a plan
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
get to the other side. And that's why this chapter is so important.
So this is such good discussion and everything. And I want to bring it back to this chapter is
Mm-hmm.
all about, betrayal trauma, its effect on your mind and body. And this is kind of leading into what we're talking about with the book and the bonus video and everything. So the
Mm-hmm.
book is coming out on January 14th, Beth, but you have created an opportunity, especially for betrayed partners right now, where they can click on that link below. They can pre-order the book, the Kindle version coming out on January 14th. But even better, they can do that now. And then there's a bonus that allows them to start their healing journey now. Would you please explain what that opportunity is?
Absolutely. As a special thank you for people that pre order the book, I recorded an exclusive video. You cannot find this video anywhere. It's not on my website, it's not on social media. I wanted to give a special thank you just for people who pre order the book. So I recorded a 1 hour video on how to help betrayed partners get through the holidays and all the difficult days throughout the year because there's so many.
Yeah.
Betrayed partners, we and I remember doing this, we kind of keep track of days and weeks and months based on holidays. It's
Hmm.
almost like, oh gosh, January's coming up, that's my wedding anniversary, how am I going to get through that? February, oh my god, it's my father-in-law's birthday, how am I going to get through that? So I wanted to create a video just for betrayed partners to help them really uh, get the tools, the
Yep.
techniques, the understanding of how to get through not just the holidays, but all of those difficult days throughout the year. And that's what this bonus video is. So for people that pre-order my book for $9.99, they're going to get this 1 hour video just for them to help them heal. And they're going to get that right away. It's
Yeah.
immediate. Once they purchase, they're going to put their receipt number in the form and boom, they've got the video.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. And if you're listening right now, and you're just curious, like, oh, I want to know more about Beth. I want to know more about the Healing Families team. We also have lots of complimentary resources. All of those things can be found at healingwithbeth.com. And in addition to all those complimentary resources, you'll also see an opportunity if you're ready to take next steps, but you're just not sure what those next best steps should look like or be. There's an opportunity to schedule a complimentary call with me where we will sit down, have a private call virtually via Zoom. No pressure, no obligation. But that's exactly why I'm here, is to help support you in terms of figuring out those next step options together. So, Beth, thank you so much for giving us a little behind the scenes look here. I'm really enjoying these segments. And thank you just for going way above and beyond creating the video where people can access that right now. I'm so excited for this book because I know how many lives this is going to change.
Yep, that's the whole purpose of it. And that's the title, On the Other Side of Pain. I want to help people betrayed and unfaithful get to the other side. So thank you, Doug. And hopefully, we're going to have a lot of people starting their healing journey today because they're going to get access to this great video.
Yeah, that is reason to celebrate. Just the thought of people getting started on that healing journey today. Thank you so much
Mhm.
for your time, Beth, and thank you to those who are listening. We look forward to connecting with you soon. Take care.
Thanks, Doug. Thanks.